that this lustness is very sinful. So, and this is actually covered all the knowledge, all the science, all the consciousness of a human being. So, you slay this destroyer of knowledge and self-realizations. Slay it. And the process of slay, the series of process of slay, this lustiness, Sri Krishna told in next two verses, that is verses 42 of chapter 3 and 43 of chapter 3. So, now Sri Krishna told to Arjun, yes, this is the sinful activities, responsible things, that is the lustiness. And what is the quality of this lustiness, and where it forms or where it's sitting in the body, and how it works, and where it will affect in human body. Here Sri Krishna said, all the sinful activity created by this lustiness, all the sinful activity, means every thing's reasons is lustiness. So, lastly Sri Krishna, as a psychoanalysis list, giving the solution to how you will finish, how you will destroy, and how you will slay this lustiness, and told two series of process. I am using the word series. First, second, third, fourth, five, six series of process. One series of process by which you can solve, you can slay this lustiness, which takes place in beginning, or you can destroy, you can slay it in beginning, in starting time, and second one in last time by some process, series of process. So I would like to discuss how I will solve this problem, how Sri Krishna will solve this problem to in front of Arjun by saying this, that the object first, how you will stop, how you will finish, how you will slay this lustiness in beginning. This process I am going to tell you first. Then second, I will tell about second process, series of process. Then now first process is that first stop to contemplating of objects of senses. Every senses have specific objects. I would like to give a simple one example. Tongue have objects of taste. Eyes have objects of sight. Ears hear. Skin touch. And ear also hear the words. And nose take a smell. The smell, hear, sight, taste, these all five is objects of a particular senses. To stop to contemplating or considering of these objects. Because if you thinking about these objects or considering this object first or contemplating of this object, then this completing convert or develops attachment of that object, and that attachment develops desire, strong desire. I would like to use strong desire. It means when attachment create many more times, it convert into the strong desire. More and more strong desire, and then strong desire when any impede created of this strong created in between this strong desire, or any interrupt created in path of this strong desire, that is known as the kamna. Then anger developed, and due to this development of anger, a delusion created, and due to this delusion, a confusion of memory develops, and after development of this confusion of memory, the intelligence finished. The discretions destroy. The knowledge, the self-realizations destroy. And a man falls down in this own life before death. Therefore, to stop the death before death, stop thinking, stop considering, stop completing of objects of senses. This is process, first chain process, first series process to stop the lustiness in beginning. How? This is only is to don't completing any objects of any senses. Stop it. Don't completing. Don't consider any objects of senses. Stop there on immediate basis. In beginning, stop it, as Lord Sri Krishna told to Arjun. This is first process. Now I am discussing about the going toward the second process, which is, yes, I would like to say the process or examples the where this verse given that contemplating, considering of objects of senses, it is given on chapter 2 verse 62 and 63. Text 62 and 63 given there on chapter 2, in chapter 2. So this first process of stopping lustiness in beginning given in chapter 2 of verse 62 and 63. Lord Krishna preached to the Arjun. After that, Sri Krishna told in chapter 3 of chapter 3 in verse 42 as well as 43 how you will solve this problem or sinful activity creations, sinful activity mother, that is lustiness, how you will kill mother of sinful activity. You know that mother is lustiness. Therefore, again Sri Krishna here using series of process. They are actually Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna use or solution very scientifically. He given solution very scientifically. Very series wise, step wise step. He given very good solution. What he told Arjun, since I'm talking about the verse 42 and then we go to the 43, that the senses are stronger or superior than human body, but in a smaller size. Means quality is superior, size is smaller than human body. Then after, mind is superior and smaller than senses. Then after, intelligence is more superior than mind and more smaller than mind. Then after, he told the soul is the smallest one in size, but superior of superior. Than intelligence. So, in this chapter, verse 43, he gives idea how, first he told who is the superior and who is the smaller body and less superior. Then he told how you will stop this lustiness. He told in last verse of chapter 3, using that from you can stop, you can slay, destroy this lustiness by using first your soul, which is superior in the nature but is smallest in the body. Give order to intelligence. Means your soul, which is a part of Lord Sri Krishna, which is a fragment of Supreme Godhead Sri Lord Krishna, that soul give order to intelligence. Intelligence, which is more superior than mind, give order to mind, and mind is more superior than senses and give order to senses, and senses will act as soul want or a soul desire to want or a soul wish. Soul wish is to control sense first, and this controlling process taken place by series of process one by one. One by one, step-wise step. As Chris told, if I'm taking of example of chariotic rath, then on the sitting place, king is sitting behind, which is known as the soul, and soul or king give the order to the sarathi, the driver. In driver hand there is rope. There is a rope which is attached to the horses, and that rope is nothing but, and that the driver is known as the intelligence, and rope is the mind, and horse is the senses. It means the higher or superior in nature give order to lowest nature, and by this process one can control on his senses, and if the senses stop to think, to detach with that object of senses, then automatically lustiness will finish, will slay down, will destroy immediately or some process way. So Sri Krishna give the reason of problem, that is a sinfulness problem, and give lastly two solutions as a scientist. Lord Sri Krishna, two solutions. One is to stop contemplating of any objects of senses first, and second, stop this lustiness by using your soul, which is a very pure, very pious in nature. It is a part of Lord Sri Krishna. It is known as Antaryami. It is known as Jivatma Swarup. This soul is a part of God, by which this pious nature of this soul we could stop, we could slay down, we could destroy this lustiness by giving order to senses. Sri Lord Krishna, before it, Sri Lord Krishna later on, Sri Lord and Krishna told in chapter 7 of verse 11 that I am